you kill as many of his men as you can, but you bring him back alive. Because as easy as it would be to kill him, this man is a villain in the eyes of the people, and it would be way more compelling if you threw him to the wolves.
Public execution. I like it.
Justice served by the people, as it should be.
You say justice, I say murder.
O'Rourke says, "This is why Shakehog watches over the family."
GG, Shakehog.
And they both bro pound, and that's pretty much the end of that. He also gives you the last thing Shakehog says is I assume you guys are just kind of letting Wilhelm navigate.
He's been doing a good
he's
job
got
so
the most
far.
experience at this point.
Yeah, he says, Shakehog says to Wilhelm, he says, "Wilhelm, Cricket Atoll, you know where it is?" And Wilhelm says, "Yes, I think I can find it." And Shakehog's like, "Make it happen then." Good luck on your pirate hunt, everybody.
Yay, pirates.
Good luck storming the pirates.
Yeah, good luck storming the pirate lair. All right. So, you guys don't need anything from Watch-Its then?
Not that we can think of.
Nope.
All right.
I'm good.
You've been asking that a lot.
Let me double check.
Is there something we might need from Watches?
Uh,
Anyone can think of?
Nothing. I'm just saying.
Anything
Like,
that can send somebody to sleep.
you guys are going to sea, so
Or
Yeah.
prevent
Well,
them
do we
from
have
killing
plenty of-
themselves
Oh,
Do we have oranges?
do we have grappling hooks?
for scurvy.
you can buy some grappling hooks and some oranges.
Well, we all each have a grappling hook because we each have an adventurer's kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And some of us have climbing kits in addition to that, so we got lots of rope and grappling hooks to spare.
Yeah.
How about a spyglass? This is important for sea journeys.
Is Spyglass still in the builder?
I don't think so.
I shouldn't say still in the builder. I know it used.
Or if it is, it's really cheap, which isn't as fun.
Let me.
Wait, don't I have sleeping powder in something, or did we use that?
If you want to just buy like custom gear, you can just add a spyglass for like 1,000 gold. That is how much they were in the previous edition.
Yeah.
They are not cheap.
Nope.
Blinding bomb, frost healing, acid fire.
While they're shopping,
Sure.
Taylor,
Mm-hmm.
have you played the that little Vanguard arcade game they have on our RSI's website now?
No, I've been behind on my RSI. I only started catching up today, actually, reading about the note from the chairman about FPS module.
There's a huge.
Yeah, everyone's making a big deal about them offering LTI with the whatchamacallit,
Yeah.
the new Starfarer.
Oh, the Starfarer, yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, they released the military variant, and it has LTI on it at the moment, and everyone's like losing their minds.
I kind of assume that anytime they're going to sell something for the first time, it probably should have LTI on it, just so that people
Yeah,
have
I
that.
They've
agree,
always done.
but they're getting. Yeah, they're getting upset because they didn't do it on like other variants in the past.
Oh, sorry.
Although I would actually make the argument that they probably should, but even if they're not going to do it that way, it's not exactly a pure variant from Myst. Like, it's actually produced under license by Aegis, according to the lore, at least.
Actually, I'm gonna now that I'm thinking about it, you guys are gonna be at sea, so we're gonna be keeping track of food.
Oh, so buy rations.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
If you
Everyone
want
go buy food.
yeah. So now would be a good time to buy food. You guys can just buy food and stockpile it on the ship. It's just that you're going to be at sea and food is not as readily available.
Tonight, we could fish, maybe.
Yeah, fishing helps.
Or I could create
do some
food from
fishing.
thin air, like I usually do.
That's just
You really do that? That
Bored
doesn't
about
cost
it.
anything.
that's just ritual components, right?
I love that.
Ritual components are just raw gold.
All right.
Magic.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys can worry about food, or you can not worry about food. That's on you.
I want to buy some food.
I'm still looking for drowsy dust, level 9.
Can I hunt something before we leave and then turn it into jerky? Do we have time for that?
I guess so. You could always dry some meat on the deck. There would be plenty of sunlight.
I mean,
Make some
or
fish
it could
jerky.
be cool, at least.
Actually, now that I think about it, it's actually. Let me see. What I know, the winter is very much nigh. Damn, I don't have an accurate date for you right now, but I think we're well into January at this point in time.
So we should probably have winter clothes as well.
Yeah.
Hey, does
Probably.
there's
Bird, I'm covered in down.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how much would you say it costs for the food and clothing?
Just buy rations out of the store.
10 rations are like 5 gold pieces, so you
Yeah,
buy 2 of
it ain't-
those, that's 20 days.
Yeah, it ain't shit.
And I swear, if you show up with
Drinks.
a barrel full of salted pork, we're gonna laugh you off the boat.
Why? I can't see why. It preserves well.
Who's gonna eat a whole barrel of salted pork? I'm not touching that stuff.
And we might be a little thirsty.
wine and ale. No, grog. Grog is what you get when you're sailing. We should get a big old barrel of grog.
Well, you guys were staying in a tavern, so finding some
We can
ale
do-
for the trip is not.
We'll
Yeah.
take the booze.
We can do good. I mean, Dorork's coming, right? I mean,
Oh yeah.
he can make something tasty out of rations.
He can cook up some stuff. You guys buy food. I mean, I said buy rations, but we'll just pretend that's not a sack full of nuts and berries.
Right.
And that you guys are buying actual food, which you can actually cook. I just threw my actual dice on the floor.
I'm planning on fishing too.
Yeah,
So,
that'll
I
definitely
mean,
help.
I'm buying some rations.
Okay. So you guys set sail.
I'm looking for rations.
If you just look in adventuring gear,
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be under.
I see rare herbs or herbs, residuum, ritual book.
It's all alphabetical, so keep going down to T.
Yeah.
Because they're
Yep.
trail rations.
or you could
Oh,
get some
trail
common.
rations.
Oh,
Okay.
that's the only one. Yeah.
So 20 days worth?
Might as well.
Done.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So you guys spend many uneventful days at sea while Wilhelm is like, "Here's how you sail a ship." This rope does this thing, so on and so forth.
Good job, Wilhelm.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have a crew. He had to do this all by himself coming in. The second wind is not the biggest craft, luckily, so. Anyway,
Is that the name of the ship? The Second Wind.
yes.
Nice.
I like it.
I thought of something right as you started the description on how we're leaving.
Mhm.
I want Brando to make me something that I think should be possible, given the technology of our verse.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen like a spear gun that's used for like spear fishing, basically?
Right.
Yes.
I want one of those for Grim. I want to do dive fishing. Like, I don't know how long we're going to be at sea, but he had us buy rations, so I want Grim to try to do like snorkel spear fishing for food. I mean, really, it's rubber bands, which I understand that they don't have rubber, but I'm assuming there
Yeah.
might be some D&D facsimile for
Yeah.
like a stretchy.
Mhm.
yeah, you can find stuff like that. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he will have the. I'm gonna say you probably don't have the materials for that, like on hand.
Well, I mean, like that's what I meant, like to get in port before we leave. I thought of it like right as you started your explanation.
Technically, Brando has a slingshot, so maybe
what do you use
something
for
can be
that?
whipped up.
It would be possible, but it's not like he's gonna have his entire tool shop with him or access to like large brass tubes or anything like that.
I guess that's true.
So probably not, while you're traveling.
Okay.
not
I've seen
this-
one made out of wood.
Not this time.
No, Kiki.
It would
Also,
take a few days, I would
Please don't
think.
lay on top of that.
given the
I'm
components.
obnoxious. All right. So,
Just lay on all the cords. No, that's cool. Thank you.
am I in the way yet? All right. So, Kreketh Atoll. It's a big map. You might have to zoom out a little or a lot.
It's a 3D-ish map. Lots of triangles.
Mm-hmm.
That geometry.
Yeah.
Geeky.
Wilhelm lays out.
I know,
a
it
map.
is pretty cool.
Wilhelm lays out a map. It doesn't look this nice, but he basically he's like, all right, I got some notes from Shakehog here. So basically, he knows that the dock is probably in the middle of the island, where the water basically ends in here. But he advises us not to just go sailing our ship in there, as that entire area, which he calls the Maw, is lined with many siege weapons.
What about this bay in the back that leads to the lake? Think we can go through that river inlet and park in there?
Your guess is as good as mine. That's pretty much all he wrote down.
Well, let's see if you can circumnavigate the second wind, and we'll eyeball how big that inlet is.
All right, I can do that.
At the very least, that would take us on the opposite end of the island from the main stronghold, and then it's just a mountain in the way.
Yeah. He brings it all the way around to the back. As you guys get closer to the inlet, you see that it is, in fact, large enough to fit the ship through, if you know, squeezing it rather tight. But he figures if you guys, like, stand on the edge of the ship and, like, you know...
Use 10-foot poles?
Yeah, basically. Kind of leverage it through there. Then he shouldn't have any trouble going through slowly.
I'm just thinking, what if we need a speedy escape?
Yeah, I shrink the boat and we run like hell.
Just pick up the boat. Throw it like a football into the ocean and watch it explode again and be like, everybody on the boat.
Yeah, it's an option.
That's awesome.
Okay.
It's one of those sponges that, you know, it starts out as a tiny thing and then you throw it in the bathtub and it grows.
I mean, technically, I could try to shrink the boat, see if it's smaller for us to navigate up. It'll only last for about 1 to 6 hours, but I could try it.
I'm guessing it doesn't also shrink the people on the boat.
Actually, it says you shrink an object, so I think I can only specify one object.
Yeah.
But it is a big boat.
Yeah, it is a big boat.
That would be amazing if we could shrink ourselves. Think of all the
Because it's like, considering
subterfuge.
roll 20 only lets me get bad rolls. If it's 10 or lower, if it's like 19 or lower with my Arcana check, the boat only shrinks by half. And it's a big boat. So it goes from being a boat to a canoe.
Right.
And I think a canoe would happily fit all of us.
I think you overestimate the canoe.
Shall we?
There's like 7 of you.
Can we exit the craft before we shrink it?
Yes.
Might be a good idea.
Yes, you can do that. There's plenty of coast. You can land somewhere. And then pack up the boat if you want.
Could I just take 10 doing it and just have the 9 or lower result so it's only 75% of the true size?
I guess so. I don't think that would be small enough, though.
Well, he's saying that if the boat is just the right size to fit now, if the boat was 25% smaller...
So you want to operate a very small boat?
No. 75% of true size, meaning that the boat is now 25% smaller.
Right, I understand that. So it'll be a smaller boat.
Slightly smaller, yeah.
Yeah, for 1 hour.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that would definitely help. It's gonna make things a little awkward.
Better awkward than broken.
Yeah, I mean the second wind is basically it's a caravel, you know. So figure it's about going merry sized. So at 75%, you can still fit 7 people on the deck, but it's gonna feel like it's gonna